Aloha, Sylvan Bell coming to you live from Clearwater Beach, Florida, August 27, 2016, 7:40 in the morning. Perfect day to talk about sales training. And in this series, we're talking about what you need to know as a sales trainer or what you need to know as a manager about role play to make your people better. And so, you have to have frequency. It has to happen consistently. And when I go work with a company and they say, hey, my sales guys are struggling, I say, okay, well, how often do you role play with them? What? Okay, well, that's the first sign of a struggle is like, what is the frequency? How often? Is it every day? Is it every week? Is it every month? Is it never? Right? You need to increase the frequency if you're not doing it enough. And you're not going to get a good feel for what the guys are really doing unless you have them inconsistently. You can catch problems before they happen, right? You have a baseline. If you're doing consistent training, you have a baseline of what they were doing last week. You have a baseline of what they're doing this week. You know what they're doing. Now, with this frequency, there's a second part to this is videotaping. And if you have a whole type of library, and even people who leave, if you have a whole library of a bunch of ways to do it right and a bunch of ways to do it wrong, it's not just the same boring presentation. Video editing software is really inexpensive now. It's pretty easy to do. If you've got a Mac, it's super ridiculously cheap. Right? There's like no reason why you shouldn't have a library of all the salespeople. And you just go to HR and you have them draw up a form and say, hey, look, you know what? I just need your authorization to shoot some videos and that we can use your likeness. And you just have like hundreds of video on file, and you're going to have some really good ones, and you're going to have some examples of really bad ones. And with this frequency, not all the time does a person have to role play. You could bring in videos of like, look, John did this really good. John was really good. He doesn't work here anymore. Thank goodness we got his video. You should check this out. He's got some really good stuff and he's really going to be able to help you out. Watch this video. It's really good. Or Steve over here, man, this guy has no idea what he's doing, right? We're going to count all the ways that he went wrong in the presentation because we know what's supposed to be done and we know what he is and isn't doing, so we're going to check it out. But thank goodness we have this whole library of everything that we can do and everything that we could use. Right? So you have tons of training videotaping. You could pick up a good video camera for $300. You could use your cell phone if you really need to, and then use an OTG thumb drive to transfer it to a laptop. But the whole goal for you is to build a library through consistency and have a whole bunch of opportunities for somebody to see what they could be doing right and what they could be doing wrong. But if you don't have the training, you don't have consistent training, you don't have a library. If you do the consistent training and you do the videotaping, you got plenty of library. And you may not even need to edit anything. You could just put it into the camera and go straight to the TV and fast forward and rewind, or just plug it right into your laptop. But just know, you got a whole library. There's plenty of training. There's plenty of ideas for you to come up with to teach the people. You could, pick like the 10 top things and talk about the 10 top things that salespeople do in your industry to make a mistake, right? But take the time, do some videotape, and be consistent. Now, if you could do a small favor for me, in the box down below, leave a comment, question, or story, that'd be fantastic. To the right, to the left, like over in here, there's a subscribe button. You know what you gotta do, you gotta subscribe. And then you can send it out to all your friends via StumbleUpon, Facebook, Twitter, Google+, why not even LinkedIn. Sylvan Bell. We'll see you soon. Thanks for watching. Aloha.